happy that you are here to learn a concept in your grade day. And today's topic, what we are going to learn is about allelic inheritance of ABO blood types. Okay. So the inheritance of the different blood groups of an human beings was discovered by Bernstein in 1925. Okay. What he was coming to determine about the blood group, he was coming to tell that there are number of multiple allelic series to determine the blood group. Okay. So what is this multiple allelic series? Okay. So there are going to be many alleles to determine one phenotypic character. What is that phenotypic character? It is going to be the blood group. Okay. So how many alleles are going to be there to determine the blood group? 3 alleles are going to be there to determine the blood group. So our inheritance of the blood group is going to be happening through the multiple allelic series. Now, so we are going to have 3 autosomal alleles. Okay, so already we saw it is 3 alleles to determine the blood group. Now it is going to be 3 autosomal alleles. What is the 3 autosomal alleles? Alleles which is located on the autosomal chromosomes. Okay, so how many autosomal chromosomes we have? Totally out of 23, we have 1 to 22 pairs of chromosomes. Okay, autosomal chromosomes. In that, this alleles, 3 alleles, which is going to determine the blood group of a person, is going to be located on chromosome number 9. Okay, and the gene which is responsible for this blood type, blood group, can be labeled as uppercase L after the name of Landsteiner, or it can be named as or labeled as uppercase I after isoagglutination. What is isoagglutination? Agglutination is blood clotting mechanism. Okay. So it is going to clot only the blood, not any other fluid in your body. So it is called isoagglutination. In your book, most of the places they have utilized only uppercase I to determine the gene for the blood group. Okay, now let me take this chromosome number 9. Okay, so it is chromosome number 9. Okay, in this chromosome number 9, in this particular location, if they are going to have A allele, this allele will express by producing A antigen. Okay, and in another chromosome, in the same location only, they are going to have B allele. If they are going to have B allele, they are going to express B antigen. Okay, if in another chromosome, the same location only, they are going to have O allele. If it is going to be the O allele, they will be producing no antigen. Okay, no antigen or H antigen. We will see about the study in detail now. Okay, now this is going to be the I gene. So I gene, which is responsible for the blood group, it is going to exist in 3 allelic forms: IA, IB, and IO. Okay, so IA is a gene, okay, the allele which specifies or which is going to express or produce A antigen, or IB is an allele which is going to produce B antigen, IO is an allele which is going to produce no antigen or H antigen. Okay, so about this no antigen and H antigen, so we in next further upcoming part of this video, we will study about this H antigen in detail, so you will know why I have written H antigen in this O blood group. Okay, usually there is no antigen for the O blood group. Okay, now the individual who is going to have these antigens in their fluids like saliva, tears, breast milk, mucus, okay, and in some other body fluids also, if they are going to have this particular antigens, blood antigens, they are called as secretors. Okay, so the antigens, if it is present in the fluid, it is called as secretors. Please note it down properly. Now we are going to study about the biochemical structure or to determine the blood groups. Okay, just a little in detail, but if you concentrate, you will understand the concept very well. Okay, in your book, some in the second page of your lesson, they have given one paragraph related to this topic here, biochemical study of the blood group. Okay, so for that, I am going to explain what they have given in that particular paragraph. If you understand this concept, that will be very easy. Okay, very important concept in your whole blood group concept. Okay. Now RBC, I have drawn the receptors here. Okay, so this we are going to study about A blood group expression. Okay, so how it is going to express. Okay, now RBC is going to have, okay, receptor, okay, surface receptor. What I told you, they will be having A antigen as the surface receptor. Yes, no, already we have studied it in detail in previous video also. Just to go through it if you have not seen. Okay, so A blood group will be having A antigen on the RBC surface. No, before that, so now let me take it as immature RBC now. Immature RBC. Okay, so this immature RBC with a very new RBC is going to have only the oligosaccharide chain. What is this oligosaccharide chain? One glucose, one galactose, one N-acetyl glucosamine and one galactose together is an oligosaccharide chain. Oligosaccharide chain. And to this oligosaccharide chain, what will happen? From chromosome number 9, there is going to be a H locus, a location called H locus. In that, they are going to have a gene called a FUT1 gene. That gene will produce fucosal transferase enzyme, and this fucosal transferase enzyme will act upon GDP fucose, and they will transfer fucose to this galactose. Okay, can you see this fucose, this product fucose is transferred to the oligosaccharide chain. Okay, when fucose attaches to this oligosaccharide chain, now they have become an antigen called H antigen. H antigen. Okay, so H antigen is the precursor antigen. So what is precursor? It is common for all the blood group. Okay, this H antigen will be common for A blood group, B blood group, and AB blood group, and also O blood group. Okay, so it is called as precursor antigen. Still it is not. No, still this H antigen is not differentiated into A antigen. Okay, to differentiate into A antigen, what is going to happen here is, again from chromosome number 9. Okay, in that chromosome, you are going to have, a person is going to have in the locus what allele? A allele they are going to have. This allele will produce N-acetyl galactosamine. N-acetyl galactosamine transferase. That transferase will, it is a transferase enzyme, no? So it is going to transfer something. What it is going to transfer? It is going to transfer N-acetyl galactosamine to this galactose. Okay, so I am going to draw N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay, here also acetyl. Okay, N-acetyl galactosamine is going to be add on this H antigen. When N-acetyl galactosamine added to this H antigen, now this H antigen will become A antigen. Okay, now RBC has become mature. Now the RBC has become mature with the A antigen. So due to the presence of A antigen, the RBC is differentiating the blood group into A blood group. This is how the blood group will be differentiated. Okay, and next is going to be the B blood group. Okay, so again we are going to take an immature RBC, and again the oligosaccharide chain along with fucose is going to be what? Antigen is going to be the H antigen. Now, okay, now we have H antigen as a precursor antigen. Okay, so again, no, from here, chromosome number 9. Okay, in chromosome number 9, in that particular location, they are going to have A allele, and that B allele, and that B allele is going to produce an enzyme called galactose transferase enzyme. And what this transferase enzyme is going to do, they are going to transfer galactose to the H antigen here, galactose to this particular base. Okay, so once it is added, this H antigen will be converted into B antigen. Once it is B antigen, RBC will become mature and they will be differentiated into B blood group. Okay, and next about AB blood group. Okay, so AB blood group people, we have studied already that they will be having both A antigen and also the B antigen. So what is going to happen in that particular person? In the particular person, both homologous chromosomes now is going to have both dominant gene. Okay, this B allele is also dominant, A allele is also dominant. This dominant and recessive study we will study it little later. First, you just to know, a person with AB blood group, they will be having a chromosome, homologous chromosome, both with one chromosome carrying A allele from one parent and B allele from the another parent. Okay, so anyhow, they are going to have both the alleles. Okay, both alleles are equally dominant. So what will happen? So A allele, already they will be producing N-acetyl galactosamine, okay, transferase enzyme, and that enzyme will transfer this N-acetyl galactosamine to H antigen, N-acetyl galactosamine. N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay, and that will be differentiated into A antigen. And now B allele is there. B allele will be producing galactose transferase, and the transferase enzyme will transfer galactose to another oligosaccharide gene. Oh, no, H antigen. No, now it is H antigen. So they will be transferring galactose to the another H antigen. So this will become B antigen now. Okay, so now this blood group is going to have A antigen also, B antigen also, AB antigen. So what will happen? This blood group will be differentiated into AB blood group, as they have produced both the antigens on their surface. Okay. Now, so what about O blood group? Okay, so O blood group, when both the alleles, no, chromosome is going to have O allele, because O allele is a recessive gene, and if this recessive gene must be present on both the homologous chromosome, then only O blood group will be expressed. Okay, so what is the condition here? So both the homologous chromosome is going to have the O allele here. Okay, so this O allele do not produce any enzyme. Okay, they are not going to produce any enzyme. They are not going to produce A enzyme. So what is it? Transferase enzyme. Any of the transferase enzymes. So what will happen is this precursor molecule, no, this precursor molecule, the H antigen, will be as H antigen only. H antigen only. So O blood group is going to have the H antigen. We have to check for the option. If there is no antigen also, you can go for choosing the no antigen. Okay, or if they have specified by mentioning H antigen, definitely have to choose H antigen only, because O blood group, they are going to have H antigen as such. This precursor molecule will be as such in their blood group. Which blood group? O blood group people. Okay, so they are not going to, usually they are not producing any new antigen. As such, the H antigen is going to be as such H antigen in their RBC membrane. Okay, because of the presence of H antigen and also the no antigen, this will be as O blood group. Okay, now we will see about the dominant and recessive study of the blood group genes. Okay, now here see IA, okay, IA and IB is equally dominant to each other. That is co-dominant character. So what is co-dominant? They are equally dominant. Okay, so already I told you what is dominant. It is a wild type gene, very old gene. So A blood group gene also, B blood group gene also is old wild type gene, where they are going to be equally dominant. Okay, equally dominant. So, but when you compare with O allele, no, so what is happening here? O allele is the mutant form from the IA and IB, mutant form, mutant gene from the wild type. So as it is mutant, this is going to be the recessive one. Okay, so remember, always please note down this, IA and IB are equally dominant. Okay, dominant, they are dominant gene, and IO is going to be the recessive gene or recessive allele. Okay, now with this study we will see certain cases here. If a person is going to have homologous chromosome, so where blood group gene will be there in chromosome number 9. If a person's chromosome number 9 is going to have the allele, okay, so what is that? One chromosome is going to have A allele and one chromosome is going to have O allele. Okay, so I think you all know that this homologous chromosome, one will be from the male parent and one will be from the female parent. Okay, this will be present in the offspring. Now we are going to study the case which is happening in the offspring. So offspring is going to have this homologous chromosome. Okay, in this homologous chromosome, one chromosome is having the A allele and one chromosome is going to have the O allele. And which is dominant when you compare A and O? A only is the dominant. So the child will be expressing A blood group. Okay, I think you understood now. In other case, okay, in other case, one parent chromosome is going to have O and other is going to be the B. And okay, so what will be the condition here? B is only dominant, O is recessive. As dominant only will be always expressing. So the child will be having B blood group. Okay, and in another case, when you see, if a child is going to have in a homologous chromosome one allele with the A and another allele with the B, what will happen? They are equally dominant. Okay, as they are equally dominant, in this particular case only, the child will be having AB blood group. Okay, and what about O? When O blood group will be expressed? Okay, when both the chromosomes carries the recessive allele, that is, when both the chromosome carries the O allele, in this condition only the child will be expressing O blood group. Okay, I think you understood this concept. Please concentrate on this concept to study well. Now, a child receives one of the three alleles from the each parent. What they're coming to tell here is that, okay, so already I have told you that a pair of homologous chromosome, okay, that is going to be the chromosome number 9. Okay, if it is the homologous chromosome, definitely for an individual, one chromosome might have been from the male parent and one chromosome might have been from the female parent. And if a male parent, from a male parent chromosome, there will be the one allele, and from the female parent chromosome, there will be the one allele. Okay, so here they are going to express. Okay, so what is they are coming to tell here is that a child receives one of these three allele. Okay, so one of these three allele from each parent. So totally, how many genotypes and phenotypes we are going to have we are going to have 6 possible genotypes and 4 possible phenotypes. Okay, so elaborately we will see it now. Now we are going to see about the genotypes, expressions, how it is going to express and all. Now, okay, so now if a person is going to say, how actually we have to know how many genotypes are there. Okay, so already we have seen there are going to be 6 genotypes. No, 4, 5, 6 genotypes we have. How many phenotypes will be expressed? Only 4 phenotypes will be expressed. What is that 4 phenotype is going to be? 4 blood group. Okay, A, B, and O. Any of this 4 only, the blood group is going to be expressed. Okay, so total 4 phenotypes you have. How many genotypes you have? 6 genotypes you have. Okay, so now if a person is going to have both the alleles with IA and IA, then it is similar, no? So the person will be expressing A blood group with A antigen and antibody with B antibody. Okay, and if a person is going to have IA and IO, out of this both, A is only the dominant, so the person is going to express A blood group with A antigen and antibody with B. Okay, and if a person is going to have IB and IB, both are similar and dominant, so definitely they are going to have B blood group only. What antigens they will have? B antigens. And what antibody they will have? Anti-A antibodies. Okay. Now, if a person is going to have IB and IO, okay, so again B is going to be the dominant, so the person is going to express the B blood group with B antigen in their RBC membrane and anti-A antibodies in their blood plasma. Okay, if person is going to have IA and IB in this particular case, A and B allele are both are equally dominant, no? So both are equally dominant. So definitely both the gene will be expressing and the person will have AB blood group with both A antigen also and B antigen also, but they are not going to have any antibodies. Okay. And what about here in this last case? Okay, here in this last case, IO and IO is there. Okay, both are recessive only. Okay, when both the gene is going to be having a recessive allele, that is O allele is going to be the recessive. Both the gene carries recessive gene. Only in this particular case, person will be expressing O blood group. Okay, so what antigens they will have? They are not going to have any antigens, but they have both antibodies. A antibody also, B antibodies also. Okay. B antibodies also. So you have to be very clear with this concept. Okay, very important concept is this, and I hope you have understood the allelic inheritance of ABO blood group, and you follow us for the next video to know about RH factors and in detail. Okay, thank you for watching.